योगेन चित्तस्य पदेन वाचां मलं शरीरस्य च वैद्यकेन योपाकरोत्तं प्रवरं मुनीनां पतञ्जलिं प्राञ्जलिरानतोऽस्मि पतञ्जलिं प्राञ्जलिरानतोऽस्मि. The Kaivalya Pādah, the fourth Pādah of Patanjali Yoga Sutra. The first sutra reads Janmaushadhi mantra tapas samadhija siddhayah. Supernatural powers as mentioned in the previous Pādah, Vibhuti Pādah. They relate to Samadhi. But as a matter of fact, there are 5 origins, 5 types of sources of supernatural powers. And number 1 is Janma itself. Some people are by birth, they are siddhas, they have got several supernatural powers. Some people get these powers by using such drugs like mercury, etc., aushadhi. They can fly in the air and so on and so forth. Some people have derived this power from chanting of some mantras. And some derive such powers from conducting some austerities, tapa. And of course, in the context of Patanjali Yoga, Samadhi is the best source of supernatural powers. So these are the 5 sources by which supernatural powers can be attained. Janma, birth, Oshadhi, medicine, and mantra, chanting of mantras, tapa, conducting of austerities, and samadhi, that is meditation. So you are talking of jati also. So how does it happen? One can have transformations of jati. One can be reborn as a god. One can be reborn as a plant. One can be reborn as an animal. So how does it happen? How does the very species undergo change? So the second sutra tells, Jatyantara parinamaha prakritya purat. The transformation of species takes place from the original Prakriti, from the original reservoir of the various angas, various constituents of the body and the mind, the all the intellectual, I should say, instruments of cognition, that is buddhi, ahankara and mind, they are taken care of by ahankara, that is individuality. And so far as bodily transformation is concerned, for them there is a reservoir of earth, water, fire, wind and space. So that's how that this pratyahara takes place. Jatyantara parinama prakritya purat. Apura is a reservoir, the reservoir of Prakriti. From that various items are taken. And then the third sutra tells us about the role that dharma, etc. can play in this Jatyantara Parinama, that is transformation to other species. So the third sutra says, Nimittam aprayojakam prakritinam varana-bhedastu kshetrikavat. So is it that the righteous conduct or unrighteous conduct of the individual in the past life, does it play a direct role in this transformation of species? It says no. The role of dharma, etc. is just to get rid of the obstacles. Get rid of the obstacles standing in the way of transformation to different species. So those dharma, etc., they play a role just for the removal of obstacles in the way. That's all they do. They don't directly play a role in transformation of yama, etc. And then how it happens? For that, the example given is that there is water in the channel, in the canal. So, a cultivator, does he bring the water from the canal by hand? Does he bring it? No. There are several channels made, and the doors of those channels are closed generally, so that there is no overflooding. The cultivator removes the door of that canal, and then the water enters into it. Similarly, the role of nimittas. Similarly, the role of nimittas. There is a linga sharira. A linga sharira is of the size of thumb. that linga sharira, that goes. And that linga sharira is endowed with the mind also, mind and soul, both of them are there. So, nimittam aprayojakam prakritinang varana bhedastu tata kshetrikavat. So, kshetrikavat means like the cultivators, like the cultivator. What he does, he just opens the blockade that he created to prevent flood, etc. And he opens it and the water automatically comes. So that is how this change of species takes place. For example, if the person concerned has done all righteous act in the past, and in this lifetime he has not done anything righteous, so then it will be a matter of thinking for the person concerned which one he should take it first. That he will have to decide. The unrighteous act fruits or righteous act fruits. The wise person says that let me finish my unrighteous act fruits first, and then in the end I will have the righteous act. Saubhagya. But for that, nothing positive is required to be done. What is required to be done is varana bheda, that is to say, the door that is closed now, it has to be closed, it has to be opened. So he opens it and water automatically comes in, and it irrigates the entire field. So nimittam aprayojakam prakritinang varana vedastu tata kshetrikavat. Now there is a talk that yogis can manufacture several minds, several bodies. So, what is your opinion? I don't know. Of course, as far as I understand, the yogis can manufacture as many bodies or as many minds as they think it proper in order to consume the fruits of past life, fruits of actions performed in the past life. So for that, a yogi can manufacture as many bodies and souls and selves as is considered necessary in order to complete the cycle of enjoyment of fruits of undesirable and desirable actions performed in the past. So how do they prepare nirmana chitta? How do they create separate bodies? So they say that it is done by asmita matrat. For that, only asmina, this asmita plays a role there, nothing else. And asmita is nothing but ahankara, that is individuality, ahankara, I amness. So I amness, when it is developed, it comes to us as a problem, as an everything, whatever it is. So nirmana chittani asmita matrat. So nirmana chittas or nirmana kayas can be manufactured by taking recourse to that ahankara. That's all. Nirmana chittani asmita mat